Floss Tube, this is Stasha, and I'm here to do my Year of WIPs challenge video. So the Year of WIPs was started by Melanie Watkins, who started the Facebook group Soulful Stitching Sisters. And I keep thinking that we're eventually going to have a guy want to join the Year of WIPs, but so far it's been all girls. So anyway, when planning out my Year of WIPs, the first thing I needed to figure out was my capacity. And just like in doing software development, you figure out your capacity by knowing what your velocity is and making sure that you don't go over 60 to 80% of you don't load more than 60 to 80% of your velocity. So my stitching velocity, I know I can stitch a block of full color stitches, so 100 full coverage single color stitches in 25 minutes. That leaves me about 40 minutes to 45 minutes for a confetti block of full coverage. So my stitching capacity is about close to 200 stitches per hour, and I get about 15 to 16 hours per month. So being on the conservative side of that estimate, I get about 3,000 stitches done per month. That means at 60 to 80% of my capacity, 60 to 80% of my velocity, my load should be about 2,400 stitches a month. So my capacity planning I want to do at 2,400 stitches a month. That means that Autumn Queen by Mirabilia, which is my WIP that's closest to being finished right now, Autumn Queen should be completed by February at 2,400 stitches a month. So if I plan that, okay, between now and February, I'm going to get Autumn Queen finished, that leaves me with about 10 months left of the challenge. So what can I do in 10 months? Well, the next closest piece to being finished is Teresa Wentzler's Fruit BellPull. So my Fruit BellPull, if I do 2,400 stitches a month on that, and that's definitely got a lot of confetti, so it may take me a little bit longer. So I may have to plan for stitching a little bit more that month if I'm going to hit my 2,400. That one I should finish by August. And I'll put my WIP pictures at the end of the videos for you so that you can see them. So by August I should have Fruit BellPull completed. And then that leaves me a few more months left. And the next closest thing I have to being finished is Teresa Wentzler's Dragon Ride. And if I'm a little generous with some of my stitching and have a couple months where I actually load for 3,000 instead of 2,400, I should be able to finish Dragon Ride by December. So I know there's a lot of you that are doing a full 15 pieces. I know my capacity. I know my limits. I will be able to finish those 3 pieces. The thing is that I know, knowing myself, I'm not going to be able to, I've never been a one-at-a-time stitcher. I know I'm not going to be able to just stay completely focused on those 3 pieces. But the goal is to finish those 3 pieces. So if I get my 2,400 stitches in, then I've got permission for myself. You know, just my own goals, my own stitching. I'm going to go ahead and give myself permission to do a few smalls. I have a salamander that I started when I was showing my kids how to stitch that, you know, it should take less than an hour to stitch that one. I've got a shepherd's bush kit that I want to do. In my last video, I talked about skeleton key. I've started that. I did it in red. I went with the Miss Scarlet because after all, everybody needs a red skeleton key, right? Okay, you young kids don't get that one. It's a pun. Just IMDb red skeleton, you'll get it then. So anyway, once I get my 2,400 stitches in on my focus pieces for the month, then I can work on other things. However, I do have some other things in my WIP list because I've got 33 things on my WIP list right now that don't count towards the challenge. And I really want to get them done, but they don't count because they're not cross-stitch. So before this challenge starts, I want to hurry up and get this finished. This is Tide Pulls by Row Pace. It's a counted canvas piece. And I just have the last corner and then the border, and then it'll be finished. So I want to get that finished before October, before the challenge starts. And then I still have the quilt down on the frame, my Mardi Gras quilt. That one still needs to be tied and finished and off the frame. I still need to put the binding on the quilt I showed 2 times ago, the Christmas quilt, the mystery, it was a mystery stitch. I still need to finish that, and I still need to get my daughter's t-shirt quilt finished before Christmas. So for this fall, the 2,400 stitches, any free time I have above and beyond that is probably going to go to quilting. So besides that, it's winter. It's nice to quilt in the winter time because quilting is warm. So anyway, those are the 3 things that I am absolutely guaranteeing that I'm going to complete for the year of WIPs. And maybe if the skeleton, a few smalls, the skeleton key, Something Wicked. Something Wicked is almost finished. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to finish it the first couple weeks of October. Toil and Trouble, which is the 3rd piece in the La-Di-Da Halloween series. I want to get that done. And that little salamander that should be easy to finish. So a couple smalls and my 3 big WIPs are what I'm doing for the Year of WIPs challenge. I'm looking forward to stitching with everybody. Bonnie from England is Bonnie from the UK, because I can't guarantee that she's in England. But Bonnie from the UK is my postcard partner. And I haven't sent the first postcard, and I keep forgetting to buy one when I'm out. But I will get one, and we'll get it taken care of. So I'm looking forward to getting to know Bonnie better, and I'm looking forward to completing 3 of my large pieces that have been out there since 2000, 2003. Dragon Ride was... I started Dragon Ride the year it was published, so whatever year that was published. Fruit BellPull was 1996 was when I started that. And I'd have to look at my spreadsheet to see when I started Autumn Queen. But basically these are all at least 10 years old. So here's hoping that, well, no, it's not hoping. I have planned to get these finished. I've done the capacity planning. I know my velocity. I've planned for if life gets in the way and I can only get in 12 hours of stitching instead of 15 or 16. So we're all ready to go. And I'm looking forward to seeing what projects you guys are all working on. Talk to you later, Floss Tube. Bye.